think the argument could be made that Amway is the worst insofar as Amway is the OG and it is the reason why multi-level marketing exists today. They very early on realized the power behind political influence, political lobbying, and that has its arms reach far into the future, and that's why they're still around today. Consider, we think of pyramid schemes like one person gets five people, gets five people, gets five people. We can almost look at the industry in the same way. Amway spawns all these other ones who, when they get shut down, their leaders branch off and spawn other ones. So there's almost a pyramid scheme of pyramid schemes that is going on. Ronald Reagan, when he was the president, spoke at an Amway convention while he was the sitting president. Trump, before he was president, up until the year before he was president, would speak at ACN. There's a MLM called ACN conventions every single year. They paid him millions and millions of dollars. Betsy DeVos, who was Trump's Secretary of Education, she gets her last name DeVos from her husband, who is the son of Amway's founder. Her money is Amway money. So the political influence goes so high. Kamala Harris, the current vice president, her husband is a lawyer for a firm that defends MLMs like Amway, Herbalife, etc. It goes very, very deep. And, I will have to get ready for the next few years of people calling me like a conspiracy theorist. But, I always think of Harry Markopolos, the guy who exposed Bernie Madoff years and years before they actually got him. Nobody believed him.
They thought he was crackpot. He's
a crackpot. And I mean, same thing.
The problem, like you said, with Bernie Madoff, he had done it for so long and he had so much credibility. It's the same thing with Amway. Like you said, they've gone so long, it can't be a scam at this point.
Of course. Oh, my grandma sold Amway. That's not a scam. It's part of the cultural influence. And it's sort of like going back to the very beginning, how we talked about like you could have stopped and started over, but you just went deeper and deeper into it. It's like our society has gone deeper and deeper into it. Scarface, to a lot of people is a hero that represents the American dream. Jordan Belfort, same thing. But it seems like people only remember the first 2/3 of the movie where they go from rags to riches, and they don't remember the last act where the person dies or goes to jail, and people miss the point completely that Scarface was the bad guy and Jordan Belfort was the bad guy. He wasn't the hero. He was the villain. And, I love those movies too. Don't get me wrong, but they've been turned into the wrong. They've been, reinterpreted to be the wrong type of influence. And so, Harry Markopolos, he was just a crackpot, right? Slavery was legal for hundreds of years. And if you had said, slavery, this isn't right, back in like 1800, people would have probably looked at you like, dude, this is the way it's always been. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It is not until people, the public, the people rally together and put pressure on their governments that things change. That's the way it's always been. Just in the last decade of my life, I have seen gay marriage and weed become legal. Those are huge things. But yet there are still things that are legal, that are unethical. And there were things that were illegal that are ethical. I think it's a good thing that weed and gay marriage have been legalized, So Sam Bankman-Fried just recently was essentially running a personal piggy bank with FTX.
Yeah,
and
it was a legitimate.
It was so legit. You had so many people, so many big celebrities appearing in advertisements for it. They had FTX Arena. I mean, it's about as legit as it gets from the layperson's point of view, And that's why these MLM companies